Dubois. First tonight, the commission investigating the Lewiston mass shooting will hear from 2 more police departments tomorrow. The Lewiston and Lisbon police departments will testify about their response during and after the October 25th mass shooting. The meeting, announced today, was not on the commission's previously released schedule. Last week, the commission heard testimony from family members of the victims who said they had difficulty getting confirmed information from police departments. The commission also asked the legislature for subpoena power to compel testimony and documents from people and entities currently resisting. The Thursday meeting is scheduled for 1:30 p.m. at the University of Maine at Augusta. A group looking at the use of deadly force in Maine is out with its annual report. Mal Meyer spent the day going through that report and found many of the recommendations mirror what's been said before.
We tried to get treatment.
Renee Duarte says her son Jacob Poitras struggled with addiction, was paranoid, and heard voices. He attempted suicide multiple times.
This was a senseless death.
Officials say the 25-year-old was shot by a Presque Isle police sergeant after a high-speed chase. He died at a hospital.
They let me go in and see him, and it was an absolute nightmare.
His case is one of 9 reviewed by the state's Deadly Force Review Panel for its 4th annual report. In it, the panel, quote, urgently reiterates its call for resources for mental health services and says the contributing causes leading individuals to armed confrontations with law enforcement remain the same. Only the names change.
The vast majority of their recommendations are really to do help at the early end in the prevention stages. And that is the hardest place for legislation and funding to take place.
The panel supports increased funding for crisis receiving centers, changes to the state's yellow flag law, expanded background checks for firearm purchases, and more, which the governor recently proposed.
Let's do a better job at preventing violence to begin with and make Maine a safer state.
The group also calls for increased access to detox, therapy, psychiatric hospitalization, and more.
Mental health services is the foundation for us, for safe communities.
For Renee Duarte, it would have made all the difference for her son, Jacob. Do you think if he would have been able to get more support that this could have been avoided?
100%.
The panel also calls for more law enforcement reviews and changes to those processes. That along with improved funding, in part to provide more training time.
And I said it from the beginning, I feel that the police officers need more training.
That was Mal Meyer reporting. The Blue Ribbon Commission studying emergency medical services in the state says more needs to be done when it comes to how services are funded in Maine. Our Augusta reporter Corey Bouchard has that story.
The state of EMS in Maine is that it's in trouble.
Rick Petrie is the CEO of Northeast Mobile Health. He also served on the Blue Ribbon Commission to study emergency medical services in the state, which recently released their report and recommendations to the legislature.
We have multiple instances in the state where ambulances are significantly delayed and sometimes not even responding. And it's because of staffing and preparedness, and that's what we're trying to address.
Speaker of the House Rachel Talbot-Ross chaired the commission. She says in the last legislative session, the legislature allocated $31 million for Maine EMS to help establish a stabilization fund financial assistance program for EMS services at immediate risk of closing. Those funds still haven't been dispersed.
To get to a point where that money has still not been dispersed has been quite frustrating. And we need to go back and look at our rulemaking process to make sure that we are not putting any barriers in that process in order to get essential rules in place for that money to go out.
Commission members say part of the reason why the increased funding is necessary is because of something everyone in the state is facing: inflation.
We talked about cost. Cost have skyrocketed, especially since the pandemic. And so just in perspective, we used to, just 7 years ago, paramedic pay was probably under $20 an hour. And now a lot of services, including ours, are starting paramedics at $30 an hour. That's a significant cost to the bottom line.
The reimbursements for ambulance transport don't meet the cost of the actual ambulance transport, and there's no reimbursement for the standby for being ready to respond.
To read the full report and recommendations, you can visit our website, At the State House, I'm Cor Bouchard for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
The city of Belfast is working to obtain funding for a roughly $3 million infrastructure project to improve a popular roadway. Congress Street in Belfast has been described by city officials as being highly neglected. They say the absence of a sidewalk has become a safety hazard, and with no proper storm drainage, there are also flooding concerns. Along the street is a 48-unit affordable housing development that the city has recently started on. According to the Economic Development Director, they are trying to leverage that development to secure some grant funding.
We're really hopeful that we can secure this grant funding. We really want people to speak out whether they support the project or not, but hopefully most people think it's a good idea. And we'd like to hear their comments as part of the process applying for this grant.
Kittredge says their department has been discussing this project for years, and if they get the funding, they plan to create a full design of the project by late spring. The city will also hold a public hearing on Tuesday, February 20th, where the community is invited to learn more about the project and share their thoughts. More info can be found on our website, foxbangor.com. Oxford County Commissioners are recommending the governor remove Sheriff Christopher Wainwright over a series of questionable decisions. Johnny Maffey was at today's meeting in South Paris and has the latest on this developing story.
Oxford County Commissioners are sending a letter to Governor Janet Mills today recommending she relieve the sheriff of his duties in a 9-page complaint which is going to the governor's office. They cite unethical behavior as well as other violations, including the undisclosed sale of firearms. And this investigation right here says the sheriff exceeded his authority.
Okay, any further discussion? Seeing none, I'll call for a vote. All in favor? Okay, motion carries.
The letter states Sheriff Wainwright failed to faithfully or efficiently perform his duties. Among the concerns, unethical behavior surrounding a traffic violation, threatening phone calls, appointing uncertified officers as school resource officers, and an investigation into a trade of firearms without keeping proper records. That investigation found the sheriff exceeded his authority under state law by trading firearms from evidence with the owner of J.T. Reed Gun Shops. The sheriff tells CBS 13 no guns were taken from law-abiding citizens and, quote, all proceeds from the firearms went directly to the purchasing of equipment for the county, saving the taxpayers' money. Sheriff Wainwright also says his actions don't, quote, merit my removal. The investigation did not find Wainwright personally benefited financially from the firearms trade, but concludes documents presented the appearance of corruption. County Attorney Amy Dietrich looks forward to working with the governor.
It's my understanding that an issue like this has not come across the governor's desk in probably more than 50 years.
And we're told the sheriff was made aware of the complaint by the county after it was sent to the governor's office.
That was Johnny Maffey reporting. The Kittery Police Department has recently released new information in a 40-year-old cold case with the help of a Maine podcaster. Our David Ledford has the story.
Reeves Johnson went missing in 1983 at the age of 31. In the weeks following his disappearance, police say his bank account was drained and his home in Kittery emptied of valuables. But after that, the case went cold and stayed that way until 2021, when Kittery police teamed up with Newport-based podcast team Murder, She Told to put together an episode on Reeves and release a bulk of the case file to the public.
I'm Kristen Seavey. This is Murder, She Told.
But the collaboration didn't stop there. Since then, the groups have been working together closely, with the podcast team helping to uncover new details in the case.
It kind of evolved into a very collaborative relationship.
The case file was very thin when I got it. Their research has been invaluable to us.
Just this month, police say the team discovered Reeves may have worked at the Borderline restaurant in 1981, and that he had a connection to a woman named Cheryl.
The other information was found in a letter, and we found a letter from Reeves to his father, and it talked about Cheryl. So we believe that Cheryl was his girlfriend.
Police are hoping to speak to anyone who may have worked at the Borderline, which sat on Route 1 across from the Kittery Trading Post, or anyone who may have known Cheryl, who the team believes would be between the ages of 65 and 80 today.
If there's anybody that even has a shred of information that they think is relevant, I'll take it.
He still has 2 siblings who love him very much and miss him very much and just want to know what happened.
A $6,000 reward is being offered for information that leads to the recovery or whereabouts of Reeves Johnson. Anyone with information can contact the Kittery Police Department at 207-439-1638. In Newport, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
For years, county officials and members of the Penobscot County Sheriff's Office have been stressing the need for a new jail. However, progress remains at a standstill as they struggle to find land. Our Grace Blanchard has details.
Penobscot County is trying to move forward in their years-long effort to build a new jail.
The standstill to the project is finding a piece of property. We've probably gone through 4, 5, 6 probably at least by now.
County Administrator Scott Adkins says obtaining the right property has been more difficult than they anticipated.
Properties have not, quite fit the parameters, the dynamics. We need to be conscientious of residential areas.
The county is looking for around 14 to 20 acres. They want a property that can accommodate a larger building so they can end their dependence on boarding inmates at other facilities.
The jail was not designed to hold as many inmates as it's holding.
In September, we had the opportunity to tour the facility and see firsthand how it's deteriorating. Members of the Sheriff's Office have been stressing the need for a new jail for over a decade due to its outdated structure and overcrowding issues.
It's dangerous for our staff. It's dangerous for the inmates. Our mission speaks directly to a safe and humane environment for all in the facility.
The county administrator says there has been pushback from the community, but the funding would be directly through voter-approved bonds. The bottom line, though, is they can't move forward until the location is found.
We are kind of in limbo with regards to moving forward at the moment, and really excited and eager to get this thing going.
In Bangor, Grace Blanchard for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
And looking outdoors now, it felt really nice out there when the sun was out earlier. Overall, a warmer day than usual, and it sounds like that trend is going to continue. Let's take a first check of our forecast now.
All right, Beth, thank you. Look at us. Look what we did today. High temperature is pretty much 38 here in Bangor, 41 for Millinocket at well above average high temperatures today and tomorrow and for Friday and probably Saturday too, with a warmer weekend on the way. And the wind finally died down. Goose eggs out there right now. A calm wind overnight tonight into tomorrow. We don't do that very often around here, as you know. Lots of cloud cover across the area now. There could be a quick flurry tonight. It won't be a big deal at all. The bigger deal, though, gets in here most likely over the weekend, and there could be some rain showers in the forecast later Sunday into Monday of next week. For tonight, though, not so much. Looking at mostly cloudy skies, a quick flurry can't be ruled out with low temperatures down near 18. Your full forecast is coming up. Beth?
All right, it's still to come on Fox 22 News at 10. Our Matthew Duran-Sick will have a story on an online marketplace for fresh produce grown right here in Maine. And more affordable housing is coming to the town of Bucksport. Have more on that story and more when we come right back.
The Orono Arcade is an ideal birthday party destination. We have the best arcade video games, including Tomb Raider, Halo, Need for Speed, Mario Kart, and Luigi's Mansion. You are guaranteed to have hours of fun. Plus, we also have a 9-hole blacklight mini golf course that changes weekly. Allow us to provide hours of fun for you and your friends. You bring the cake, we'll provide the entertainment. Call us today to schedule your birthday party event, 889-3166.
Family owned and operating in the Bangor area for more than 10 years. Crosby's Welding is here to help you. We specialize in steel, stainless steel, and aluminum welding and fabrication. We serve many of the local industries from Maine lobstermen to the commercial trucking industry and everything in between. Fully mobile on-site construction services right down to custom signs and fire pits. Fast, friendly, reliable service. Give us a call today for a free estimate, 974-7815.
Great Scott! This is Green Bear 420 in 2010. What kind of trip is this? I gotta get back to 2023. Wait, it's 2015. So much has changed. In 2023, we had a lot more glass, t-shirts, and novelties. It's gonna take a bolt of lightning to get me home. Finally, home at last. Now Green Bear 420, Green Bear Green Care is bigger and better than ever. To be continued.
It's high school basketball season, and ABC 7 and Fox 22 are here to keep you up to date with your local scores and highlights during Friday Night Fast Break. Get out and support your hometown teams and look for our sports crew to get your own free Friday Night Fast Break t-shirt courtesy of
Arts Service Center,
First National Bank, Jackson Automotive, K&M Auto Repair, Top Notch Detailing, and Triumph Professional Cleaning.
This is going to be the toughest next level chef yet.
I want my mom.
Only the best will survive. All new Next Level Chef, Thursdays at 8, 7 Central on Fox.
You can join Fox 22 and ABC 7 online at foxbangor.com. Be a part of the conversation on Twitter and join our Facebook family at Fox ABC Maine. Follow, like, watch. Download the new Fox Bangor app from the App Store or Google Play and get your news anytime, anywhere.
The Super Bowl was in Bangor today, but not exactly how you might think. The Eastern Maine Community College Food Pantry hosted its very own Super Bowl food drive. It's first of the year. The food items donated benefit students, faculty, and staff at EMCC. Their mission is to ensure no student on campus faces food insecurity.
The need is great. Students report that they're able to focus on their studies and get better grades when they're not suffering from hunger.
Organizers say in the last year they gave away roughly 22,000 pounds of food. The pantry is located directly on campus, but they also deliver. Although the event may be over, anyone in the community can still donate to the pantry. More information can be found on our website, foxbangor.com. A Maine-based program is supporting farmers through its online marketplace. Our Matthew Jurancic has that story.
Back in 2011, Hannah Sendler and Kellen Wellborn wanted to find a way to help farmers in Hancock County area. That idea led them to create Farm Drop L3C, a year-round online farmers market. The marketplace provides customers with the freshest food while giving farmers the ability to sell products at the price point of their choice.
Supporting them, just like supporting your local, John Edwards, or supporting the library with a donation is part of what keeps the fabric of community together.
Those part of this program drive their sold products to Farm Drop's Blue Hill location, where volunteers organize where the products will be going. Once the food's packed, it's brought to one of the organization's market hubs, where customers pick up their orders in person. Ellsworth Public Library is the latest market hub, and staff members say they're grateful to be part of this program.
I think it's a really great way to provide the community with local, fresh food, connecting them with the small businesses, small farmers.
Farmers agree, saying that this program helps benefit them.
Farm Drop was really important for us to get our food to our local customers. It's been wonderful, a wonderful service, and our business has grown thanks to Farm Drop.
Customers we spoke to say when it comes to buying local food from Farm Drop, it's worth every penny.
The food is far superior. It's fresh, it's safe, and it tastes fabulous.
In Ellsworth, Matthew Jurancic, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Ian's Playground in Bucksport has brought families together from across their community since its establishment in 2004. But in recent years, parts of that playground have begun to break down. Now an 11-person group, aptly named the Playground Committee, will have their first meeting on Monday with the goal of revitalization. In addition to repairing broken pieces of the playground, the committee is also considering repainting the parking lot, installing new lights, cameras, restrooms, and much more. Since the playground is an important part of the community, one committee chair member says they hope Monday's meeting has a high turnout.
Whether there's a high school baseball game going on the adjacent field, or there are kids out using the skate park, it's a great place for children between the ages of 5 to 12 from all over town and from away.
The public meeting will take place again on Monday, February 11th at the Bucksport Town Office. It will begin at 6 p.m. Prior to the new year, Penquist purchased property in the town of Bucksport to build affordable housing there. That project, along with others also in the works, will mean more than 150 new and much-needed housing units for a community that officials say is growing. Our Doug Banks has details.
In the town of Bucksport, multiple housing projects have been approved to start in the fall of 2024.
It's going to be a big project. It's going to be a big boost to our housing need in the town.
Vacant for 10 years, 27 Main Street will have 4 higher-end townhouses and 2 commercial buildings. A 12-lot subdivision will be built off of Bucks Mills Road and a half-mile away from downtown. Penquist purchased the existing Knoxview apartments and the property beyond it.
We've got a lot of projects that are approved and just waiting for the weather to break, and for Penquist to get their engineering and all their work they need, which they believe they should have everything ready to roll in the fall.
Construction will extend Seminary Drive into a cul-de-sac, with a total of 138 units for seniors 55 and older and workforce Mainers. The chorus of construction noise will be music to the ears of town officials, who say there is a need for affordable housing.
There's a shortage. I get calls frequently from folks looking for 2-bedroom. We want to stay in the school district, but we need a new place to live.
In recent years, Bucksport has seen a resurgence since Verso Paper Mill closed a decade ago. The last census showed an increase in both the town's population and students attending the RSU 25 school district.
Even in the face of adversity with the closure of the mill, that's a great sign of prosperity. It's not yachts, it's not mansions, it's people, and people who can contribute to the community and the fabric of the being.
In Bucksport, Doug Banks, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
And coming up on the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22, the Senate border bill failed to move forward today, facing scrutiny from Republicans and Democrats. We'll have that and more from Capitol Hill. And a grieving Atlanta couple is demanding justice after their baby was decapitated at birth. We'll have those stories and more when we come back.
Comfy, cozy, relaxing. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find rockers, recliners, sofas, and easy chairs. Quality furniture, affordable prices. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
Jerry's Used Cars has been a family-owned business for more than 30 years, currently in Corinna and Vesey. However, we have changed a little as we are no longer just a buy here, pay here dealership. We now have access to outside financing and also carry utility trailers. We would be happy to assist you with your next vehicle purchase. And don't forget, here at Jerry's Used Cars, we offer an extended warranty. So give us a call at either our Corinna or Vesey location.
Are your gutters weighed down by debris causing them to sag and overflow? I'm Tony Hafford with TC Hafford Basement Systems. Clogged gutters lead to costly repairs for your home, so skip the cleaning and stop the clogs with Gutter Shutter. Gutter Shutter, the world's best gutter, is a high-performance gutter with a lifetime no-clog guarantee. Stop the clutter, get Gutter Shutter. Call TC Hafford Basement Systems today for all things basementy.
Come stop by Triple S Tack Shop, 315 Hamden Road, Carmel, for quality clothing and equestrian gear.
Everybody out there wants a partner and a best friend.
4 single farmers saddle up.
This might be hard to heal.
To find lifelong love.
Who thinks they've got what it takes to make it in the country?
Don't forget.
So it's all right. I'll just rip the other ones off.
Here, take that. I feel like the universe connects you with certain people for certain reasons. We had a fire going, and that wasn't the only spark.
An all-new Farmer Wants a Wife. Thursdays on Fox and watch anytime on Hulu.
Durable, sturdy, stylish. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find solid wood, built to last, made in Maine dressers, bureaus, and nightstands. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
There's one number you need to know. It's called Joe.
A tragic story out of Georgia. A grieving couple is suing a hospital, their doctor, and medical staff after they say their child was decapitated at birth. The hospital, however, is accusing the couple's attorneys of making, quote, salaciously false public comments. Fox's Bill Malusian has more.
We just want justice for our son.
An emotional day for Jessica Ross and Travion Taylor. The couple reliving the nightmare of losing their child, decapitated during birth at a Clayton County hospital in July.
They lied to us. They ain't let us touch them.
The grieving parents are suing Southern Regional Medical Center and OBGYN doctor Tracy St. Julian for negligence. They allege the hospital told them their baby died in utero before delivery, but This week, the Clayton County medical examiner disagreed.
They came and determined independently that the cause of death was trauma to the neck. The neck was broken and the baby died.
The ME officially ruling the death a homicide.
I actually consulted with a medical examiner. We've actually consulted with several people before we come up with, determine what the cause and manner of death was going to be.
The lawsuit accuses the doctor of failing to seek help when the baby got stuck in delivery. Instead, excessive force was used, breaking the child's neck, an injury the parents learned about 3 days later from a funeral home.
Every aspect of the evidence that shows what happened is traumatizing. It's something I've never seen in my life.
The hospital is also accused of trying to cover up the death, as the parents were never allowed to hold their child, only allowed to observe him through a glass window. Medical staff allegedly also discouraged an autopsy and pushed for the parents to cremate the body. And as for the hospital, they allege trauma to the baby's neck happened after death while trying to deliver the baby by cesarean. The case is now being investigated by police. Bill Malugin, Fox News.
Meanwhile, there's significant fallout on Capitol Hill after the $118 billion bipartisan border bill, which also included aid for Ukraine and Israel, failed a procedural vote in the Senate. Fox's Aisha Hasni tells us what's causing all the hiccups on Capitol Hill.
Mr. McConnell. No.
Senate GOP leader Mitch McConnell, the nail in the coffin, as nearly every Republican and several Democrats blocked the bipartisan border deal from getting a vote on the Senate floor.
I just voted no on the border bill. I think it makes it worse.
I came to serve in the Senate because it's a serious place. A day like today makes it hard to believe in that.
Democrat leader Chuck Schumer quickly pivoting to his backup plan, a global aid package without the controversial border policy. That $95 billion bill would include $60 billion for Ukraine, $14 billion for Israel, $9 billion for humanitarian aid to Gaza and Ukraine, and $4 billion to Taiwan and the Indo-Pacific. Schumer says he will allow amendments and hopes the House will take it up.
The House is in chaos. It doesn't behoove the Speaker well to block everything.
Speaker Mike Johnson hasn't shut the door yet after failing to pass a standalone Israel aid package last night and fumbling the impeachment of DHS Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas.
I think he'll learn. Mike's a good man. I hadn't lost confidence in him.
Congressman Thomas Massey less forgiving, blasting Johnson on X, writing, "Name one thing that's improved under the new speaker." Johnson calling the entire ordeal a setback.
I don't think that this is a reflection on the leader. We will pass those articles of impeachment. We'll do it on the next round.
And that do-over impeachment vote could come as early as next week if leader Steve Scalise returns to the Hill. On Capitol Hill, I'm Aisha Hasni, Fox News.
Trump may be the leading contender for the Republican presidential nomination, but his second chance at the White House is in the hands of the Supreme Court. On Thursday, the justices will hear arguments on why Trump should be allowed on the ballot after Colorado's Supreme Court ruled he was ineligible. Fox's Rebecca Castor reports.
Thursday, the fate of the 2024 presidential election comes to the steps of the highest court in the land, as justices hear Donald Trump's appeal of a Colorado ruling declaring him ineligible to run.
They claim Donald Trump is a danger to democracy and should not be on the ballot. The real threat to democracy is denying American citizens the right to vote for the candidate of their choice.
Colorado's Supreme Court kicked Trump off their ballot after ruling he did engage in insurrection on January 6, 2021. The 14th Amendment prevents insurrectionists from holding federal office, but the question is whether it applies specifically to the president and his conduct in office.
I think that our U.S. Constitution, which is our democracy, is at stake. We either abide by the terms of the Constitution or we do not. And I think that's what the justices will have to decide.
What happened at our Capitol was not good, but President Trump did not make these people do this, and he sure wasn't engaged in it himself.
A ruling will take days or weeks.
Partisan officials cannot simply declare him guilty of insurrection without due process. The Supreme Court will see it for what it is, and I think it will be unanimous.
This case could be just the first of Trump-related appeals to reach the Supreme Court this election year, as he faces 4 criminal trials, including one over alleged 2020 election interference. In Washington, Rebecca Castor, Fox News.
Israel rejected Hamas's latest counteroffer as the war enters its 5th month. It would have eventually freed all the remaining hostages. Fox's Mike Tobin has more from Tel Aviv.
I'm back first and foremost to consult directly with our partners on the joint efforts to bring all of the remaining hostages home.
Secretary of State Antony Blinken giving an update after Israel rejects Hamas ceasefire proposal. Blinken met with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu on the 3rd day of his Middle East tour. He's been traveling in the region with the goal of securing a ceasefire agreement.
There are clearly non-starters in what it's put forward, but we also see space in what came back to pursue negotiations to see if we can get to an agreement. And that's what we intend to do.
Hamas has offered to release all the remaining hostages in exchange for a 135-day ceasefire in 3 stages. Phase 1 would be a 45-day pause where all Israeli female hostages, males under 19, the elderly and sick, would be exchanged for Palestinian women and children. During Phase 2, remaining male Israeli hostages would be exchanged for Palestinian prisoners, and Israeli forces would leave Gaza completely. Both sides would exchange remains and bodies in Phase 3. But Netanyahu rejected Hamas's ceasefire terms, saying total victory in Gaza is possible within months.
The complete victory is the only way to win. Agreeing to Hamas's demands will not bring back your family members.
How can you accept the deal? 4.5 months. Try restarting a war after that. Hamas would use that time to regroup, rearm, and prepare the next onslaught against Israel.
Officials in Gaza say the death toll is nearing 28,000. Many of those casualties are women and children. In Tel Aviv, Mike Tobin, Fox News.
Still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, more than 67 million people are expected to place bets on this year's Super Bowl. We'll break down the numbers after the break. And in sports, we're just over a week away from Maine baseball's season opener. We'll hear from Nick Durba and the Black Bears when we come right back.
The baddest superstars on the planet are unleashed in prime time. From the heavens! All new Friday Night SmackDown at 8/7 Central on Fox.
High Tide Restaurant and Bar, voted #1 in outdoor seating, offers live music, a banquet room, and a new menu. Come take in the spectacular view of the Penobscot River while enjoying the freshest seafood in town. High Tide Restaurant and Bar, located at 5 South Main Street in Brewer.
Maine Commercial Solar offers a variety of services including solar system design, sales, maintenance, and installation. Maine Commercial Solar can help you with existing or new systems. We offer packages for installation by others, or we can help you build your own solar array, smaller residential or anything in between. Maine Commercial Solar is currently hiring in Herman for multiple positions. We offer competitive pay, a 3% IRA match, vacation, holiday time, and a family-oriented environment. If interested, please call Jason at 848-7486.
I got hurt in a car accident. Give me one good reason why I should call the twos.
How about 3 great reasons you should call us? 1, we make it easy. You can hire us right from your phone and you never have to leave your house. 2, it's fast. Read the result. Just listen to this.
Lowry and Associates got me $195,000.
Call the twos. We win for you.
If you're hurt in an accident, what do you do? Call 222-2222.
Tired of your internet service constantly letting you down? Those other providers may promise the world with their flashy advertisements, but are you truly having a good customer experience? Fear not, because there's a new player in town. Introducing GoNet Speed. No more endless hold times or automated responses. We're here to listen, support, and provide you with the exceptional service you deserve. Our fast, reliable fiber internet, it's mind-blowing. Let us show you what true internet satisfaction feels like.
We've got a huge game here. And this place is buzzing now.
You can't guard against that, Gus.
To the bucket. Oh! Nicely done. We got a ball game going on, folks.
Talk about some nuggets.
Young fella, don't hurt him. Oh!
Creighton, Xavier, Saturday at noon Eastern on Fox.
High Tide Restaurant and Bar, voted #1 in outdoor seating, offers live music, a banquet room, and a new menu. Come take in the spectacular view of the Penobscot River while enjoying the freshest seafood in town. High Tide Restaurant and Bar, located at 5 South Main Street in Brewer.
Welcome back. Data from the American Gaming Association shows 1 in 4 will wager on Super Bowl 58 as the Kansas City Chiefs face off against the San Francisco 49ers. Fox's Jonathan Seary has more on just how many people plan to place a bet now that legalized gambling is more widely available.
Las Vegas is the entertainment capital of the world, and at the heart of Sin City, gambling, something that will likely spike Super Bowl weekend.
It's really a full circle moment for Las Vegas to host its first Super Bowl, and that's drawing more attention to betting, and people want to get in on the action.
And record numbers of Americans are expected to be all in. The American Gaming Association predicting 67.8 million American adults will place a bet on this year's Super Bowl. That's a 35% increase from 2023.
American adults plan to wager $23 billion this year on the Super Bowl, whether that's online with a sports book, in person, or casually among family and friends.
More than 42 million are planning to go the traditional route, plunking down their cash online at a retail sports book or with a bookie. Another 36 million wagers will be casual bets with friends, like pools or Super Bowl boxes.
Maybe like a little bet for fun.
In the last 5 years, legal betting has seen enormous growth, expanding from Nevada to 38 states plus Washington, D.C. And this is the second straight year traditional Super Bowl bets are expected to outpace casual wagers. But not everyone is putting their money behind action on the field.
I was debating the Gatorade color.
If you want to bet on the halftime show or something Taylor Swift related, you can't turn to legal wagering.
We want to make sure we can offer wagers on things that can be guaranteed as a win or a loss.
So which team are bettors backing?
According to American Gaming Association research, the Chiefs are the slight favorite this year, so it's a bit of a toss-up, but it'll be a big game on Sunday, and we're excited to see how it all ends up.
The American Gaming Association reminds anyone gambling on the big game to set a plan to bet responsibly, including setting a budget, sticking to it, knowing your limits, and keeping informed on the odds. In Atlanta, Jonathan Seary, Fox News.
Millions of people are expected to watch those two teams face off at Super Bowl 58 this weekend. The big game taking place in Las Vegas, where officials expect an estimated 330,000 people will visit. Heightened security can already be felt across the city, and officials say it will only ramp up as game day approaches. Fox's Anna Eliopoulos with that story.
Vigilance, like football, requires teamwork.
It's all hands on deck in Las Vegas as the city puts the finishing touches on security preps ahead of Super Bowl 58 this weekend. While no stranger to big events, this is the first time Sin City is hosting. Tens of thousands of people are expected to attend, with thousands more swarming the city.
To be clear, there are no known, credible, specific threats to the Super Bowl or to Las Vegas at this time, but we are vigilant and we are prepared.
More than 700 people across local, state, and federal agencies will be working around the clock until game day, both virtually and on site. Agents monitoring threats online, officers on the ground and in the air, as well as specialized agents ready to enforce the FAA's temporary flight restrictions around Allegiant Stadium.
So if somebody does lift off a drone, we have technical support here so that we are going to be able to detect that drone.
Homeland Security is also teaming up with Lyft to help drivers detect and prevent human trafficking, a program Secretary Mayorkas hopes will eventually expand across the nation.
Lyft will feature DHS Blue Campaign human trafficking resources in its driver-only in-app learning center and is reaching out to Las Vegas area drivers to ensure that they know these resources are available.
Taylor Swift fans will also be happy to know, when asked, Mayorkas noted there are no credible threats related to the star, who is expected to attend in support of the Kansas City Chiefs. Anna Eliopoulos, Fox News.
Certainly is shaping up to be a fun game this weekend. Looking forward to it. All right, when we come back, we'll have our full 5-day forecast. Stay with us.
30s and 40s out there today, more the same tomorrow and for Friday. But what does the weekend look like? There is some rainfall in the forecast. Details on that when I come back.
I told myself I was okay with my moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis symptoms, with my psoriatic arthritis symptoms. But just okay isn't okay. And I was done settling.
If you still have symptoms after a TNF blocker like Humira or Enbrel, Rinvoq is different and may help. Rinvoq is a once-daily pill that can rapidly relieve joint pain, stiffness, and swelling in RA and PSA, relieve fatigue for some, and stop joint damage. And in PSA, can leave skin clear or almost clear.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers including lymphoma and skin, heart attack, stroke, and GI tears occur. People 50 and older with a heart disease risk factor have an increased risk of death. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Done settling?
Ask your rheumatologist for Rinvoq.
And take back what's yours.
AbbVie could help you save.
With features you won't find on Honda CR-V, Toyota RAV4, or Subaru Forester, the Hyundai Tucson puts the other guys in their place. Namely, the rear view mirror. Only a Tucson compares to a Tucson. Now get 0% APR or up to $1,500 bonus cash on the Hyundai Tucson. Hurry in.
Start with a bang. Invite a bunch of friends, then fill the infield like a rock concert. Mix in some superstar power and turn them loose. A 500-mile all-out fight for NASCAR's biggest prize. That's the Great American Race. The Daytona 500, February 18th on Fox.
The most anticipated event of the year. You're ruining the show.
Here we go. Here we go. Your full weather is brought to you by Diversified Tattoo Studio in Penobscot Plaza in Bangor. Let's talk about temperatures out there today. This is nice, right? 38 here in Bangor, 41 in Millinocket. That's not normal for early February. Even warmer temperatures are on the way, probably for tomorrow and also for Friday. All right, look what's going on here, though. The wind has finally died down after 4 or 5 days of gusty winds. Goose eggs out there right now, likely keeping us calm tonight into tomorrow morning, by the way. A very nice day in store for us for tomorrow. Okay, we're building some heat across the west currently. We're not really going to see much of this, but moderating temperatures are on the way. We do have like 40 back in the forecast probably for tomorrow, also for Friday and probably Saturday for it gets slightly cooler heading in here by the weekend and after that. Here's the really cold stuff though up here by Hudson Bay. Again, that's kind of locked in there for now. That is not moving this way, so we will have above average temperatures for now, but it's going to change so likely probably mid-February. We're talking about slightly below average temperatures. So not this week, but next week a cool down is on the way, bringing us back toward average around here, which, by the way, is in the 20s to low 30s across our neck of the woods. Okay, lots of cloud cover out there for us today. There could be a flurry or two in the air tonight. That won't be a big deal at all. The bigger deal is over here to the west of us. We have a system across the plains that could bring us a bit of rain shower activity, getting in here probably Sunday and Monday. Until then, though, there could be a flurry in the air tonight. Again, that will not be a big deal, but this thing across the Midwest is huge, bringing rain showers and severe weather across parts of Oklahoma. That is all slowly moving this way. So again, it's not going to get here until later in the weekend. Until then, though, some very nice days tomorrow and likely for Friday as well. Let's walk you through it. So lots of clouds out there tonight. A flurry cannot be ruled out. For tomorrow, we'll call it decreasing clouds throughout the afternoon. Don't forget your sunglasses tomorrow. And then really more clouds getting here late tomorrow night and into today on Friday. Again, there could be maybe a quick rain shower on Friday. It won't be a big deal at all. The bigger deal gets in here probably later Sunday into Monday with some rain shower activity then and warmer temperatures. Here comes that rain for later in the weekend. Going forward, though, our forecast is looking at mostly cloudy skies, low temperatures down near 18 with a northeast breeze around 5. For tomorrow, all right, so partly cloudy, high temperatures reaching for 40. Many of us will do it with a north breeze around 5. And then looking ahead, your 5-day forecast shows the story. So 39 for us for tomorrow, 40 back in the forecast Friday, some cloud cover. Saturday, 48 with a rain shower possible in the afternoon. And here we are into Sunday and Monday, a bit cooler for Monday with highs back in the upper 30s.
Alrighty, Jeff, thank you. We have sports coming right up next. Stay with us.
CEM DP Porter Contractors has been in business for over 40 years in the Bangor area. We specialize in commercial, medical, and residential design build construction, as well as building maintenance and renovations. CEM DP Porter Contractors is currently hiring in Herman for multiple positions, including carpenters and a project manager superintendent. We offer vacation, holidays, a 3% IRA match, competitive pay, and a family-oriented environment. If interested in applying, please contact Jason at 848-7486.
It's so important to me to work at a place that I believe in.
I love having that one-on-one with our members.
You come to a credit union to work because you actually like helping people.
You get to be a part of really life-changing moments.
We get to guide them through the process of having their dream come true.
It's work that I can really believe in.
Builds a really rewarding professional career.
You can honestly make a difference in people's lives. And that's why I like credit unions.
It's just a wonderful place to work.
Valentine's Day is almost here, and at Quality Jewelers, we're going to help you make it one to remember. Any purchase made between now and Valentine's Day is going to come with a card, chocolates, and a stuffed animal. Also, for a limited time, qualified buyers will receive a pair of VS Lab Diamond studs, an incredible value. Shop exquisite styles of fine jewelry right in downtown Bangor with us here at Quality Jewelers. Quality Jewelers, locally owned and operated, Penobscot Plaza, Bangor.
Hello, Crapopolis!
From creator Dan Harmon comes TV's #1 new comedy.
How did I live without this?
Critics call it funny and naughty and delightfully twisted.
What is it with all the yelling? You woke me up and I was underneath a mountain of bodies.
Join civilization's first family in a comedy that doesn't quit.
We can't quit now. We have to evolve society to the point where women find hot men boring.
Crapopolis, all new Sundays on Fox and watch anytime on Hulu.
The XFL and the United States Football League have announced plans to merge.
Let's ball out, baby! The United Football League kicks off March 30th.
Hey everybody, Ryan Sudol here. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's start on the baseball diamond. I know that's weird to say for early February, but Maine Baseball was back on Mahaney Diamond for the first time this year. They open up their season next Friday, ready to defend their America East title. Tyler Cruz has more.
It's been fun. We're having a good time. We're happy to be back out here.
Well, the snow is off of Mahaney Diamond, at least for now, so that means it's baseball season here in Orono.
It's been a minute. I think it's been since October since we've been out here, so, you see it's snow out here and everything. We've been out here shoveling. We had to move the turtle through the snow.
This might be the earliest in the history of the program. I can't imagine anyone's been outside in, early February technically.
It's been a pretty good last couple of seasons for Maine. They're coming off of 2 regular season championships and an America East title last season. So I asked the guys, do you feel any pressure to succeed heading into this year?
I mean, if we do, I think we just all get back to like an even kill mindset, knowing that we can win the conference again if we play our game and stay away from mental mistakes. So I think we'll be fine. But right now, I wouldn't say there's really any pressure. I would say more excitement, because I think we know we have the team to do it again.
No, I wouldn't say pressure. I mean, we know what we're capable of, and we just got to stick to it and stick to our goals, and everything will fall into place if we do what we're good at.
No pressure. I mean, our goal is to win every year. So the goals haven't changed, the expectations haven't changed. This is, last year, the year before, actually have no bearing on what happens this year.
It's clear what the goal is for Maine Baseball. There's a sign that says dog pile or bust right outside of the clubhouse, but they know they won't reach that goal by living in the future.
All that stuff is very far down the road. We got to worry about today's practice first, take care of the baseball, and then we can, move our focus into tomorrow.
Hard not to see the dog pile or bust poster as soon as you kind of walk in. After getting a taste of what that feels like, do you think these guys are hungry for more?
I hope so. Otherwise, they don't have a pulse, right? So, we're out there to win.
In Orono, I'm Tyler Cruz, ABC 7 Fox 22 Sports. Thank you, Tyler. Can't wait for baseball season. Warm weather coming. Okay, now let's go to some hockey now. The opposite of warm. Maine hockey looking to improve on a 17-5-1 season so far as they welcome a big Hockey East opponent to the Alphon this weekend. The Black Bears welcoming 10th-ranked Providence Friday and Saturday. It's been one heck of a season at the helm for head coach Ben Barr. Maine made a statement last year in the second half, and this year they've been one of the top teams in the nation really since the start of the year. One of the things that's been key for them is their depth, and with so much talent and only 60 minutes of ice time to give out, it really creates what Barr calls a game environment at practice, and that's huge come game day.
They compete hard, and that's, as a coach, you want that. You want it to be clean and competitive, but you want to create that game environment and practice the best you can. And these guys do a good job of holding each other to that every day. And when it's time to compete, we compete.
I think we emphasize it sometimes, in the intermission of games, that we go so hard at each other out here. Why don't we do it to the other team type of thing? That's just the energy and the core that we've created. It's just it's a staple for us that we give it all we got every practice.
Cannot wait for that matchup. Okay, now let's stay on the ice. Girls hockey playoffs underway this week. Let's go to a Class A quarterfinal matchup in Brewer. 7th-ranked Red Hornets from Edward Little, Levitt, and Poland taking on the Penobscot Pioneers. First period here, no score. Look at Brewers. Paige Oakes taking it the length of the ice, going behind the net, and scoring with the wraparound backhand. 1-0 Pioneers. Same score. Here's Jordan Williams over to Anna Malloy. She fires that and makes it 2-0 Pioneers early on. But the Red Hornets answered. Here comes Kylie Spugnardi crossing it across to Helena Moon, and she cuts the Pios' lead in half. But their offense was just clicking all night. This time for the Pioneers, it's Delaney Carr getting it from Williams and scoring stick side. Pioneers win 12-3. They head to the semifinals. Okay, now let's close out with some high school basketball. Ellsworth Boys Hoops looking to close their regular season on a 5-game win streak Wednesday as they visit the Trojans from MDI. Eagles still a chance at getting the 1 seed in B North. Trojans looking to improve their preliminary seeding. First quarter, MDI's Joey Wellman-Klaus into Jamison Weir. He goes baseline. Nice head fake there as he goes as he gets the lay-in to go for 2. Later, Ellsworth's Chance Mercier rockets a two-handed jump pass cross-court to Hollis Grindle, pulls up from 3 and swishes it. Final minute of the first now. MDI Spencer Lorendo kicks it to Jaron Bikert. He fakes the pass and drills the corner 3. Trojans up 3 after 1. Second quarter, Ellsworth's Kyle Kenny passes to Dawson Curtis. His 3 from the top of the key goes down. Eagles down 1 at the half, but a hot second half gives them a 76-58 win. And now for some other scores from the area. Class B boys basketball, 57-48 Caribou over Presque Isle. Class C girls, PVHS over Winslow, 34-29. So that should say Matt Knockhook there. Class C boys, Bucksport, 80-58 over GSA. And in Class B boys, Old Town, 56-31 over Winslow. Okay, that's all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
Comfy, cozy, relaxing. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find rockers, recliners, sofas, and easy chairs. Quality furniture, affordable prices. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
Let your creativity run free at the Creative Arts Center, where we offer fun and affordable activities for all ages. Birthday parties, pottery wheel classes, painting lessons, or just for the fun of it. Get fired up for glazing projects as well as acrylics. We offer a wide selection of ceramic products for you to choose from, and we have thousands of pieces ready to paint. We are a Paragon kiln dealer and a Laguna Clay distributor. Stop by the Creative Arts Center today, located just off the Joshua Chamberlain Bridge in Brewer. The Creative Arts Center, where your only limitation is your imagination.
Roto-Rooter has served the greater Bangor area and beyond for 35 years, offering plumbing, hydrojetting, snaking, descaling, video inspection, and grease interceptor cleaning services. For all your residential and commercial clogs, call Roto-Rooter today, 990-1234.
And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
What do we got?
Order. A lot of cats.
How many cats?
I don't know, man, like 400.
What do ladies want to watch?
Why are there pool noodles on the goat?
It's a 100-year-old tortoise born in the 1920s. This guy was probably pretty racist back then.
Let's get these trash pandas in the truck, everyone.
They get in through the AC duct and hit the bar.
All these guys 21?
The Animal Control season premiere, Wednesday, March 6th on Fox.
Durable, sturdy, stylish. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find solid wood, built to last, made in Maine dressers, bureaus, and nightstands. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
There's a kidnapping today. 28 people.
We will get them back. Every single one.
Alert returns Tuesday, March 5th on Fox.
Welcome back. If you have a whopper of an idea, you could win $1 million. Burger King is asking fans to come up with new ideas for its signature sandwich, with the best pitch earning $1 million. Contestants can customize their Whoppers with up to 8 toppings, then submit their creations on the fast food chain's website. 3 finalists will be picked to refine their creations, and customers across the country will vote for the winning sandwich. Contestants have to be Royal Perks members and have until March 17th to apply. Speaking of yummy food, a new hibachi restaurant will be opening up soon in Newport. Crazy Sumo 2 is a Japanese hibachi steakhouse featuring traditional Japanese cuisine, including a variety of sushi rolls made with local seafood. The restaurant is inspired by the original Crazy Sumo in Ellsworth, where the owner used to work.
It's original Japanese, food with a little fusion. Everybody wants to have Japanese food. They have to go to Bangor or Waterville, but right now they don't have to. They can just come to my place. And also we are gonna sell boba too.
The restaurant is in the final stages of its remodel and is expected to open later this month at 6 Main Street in Newport. If you're looking for a way to beat cabin fever with the kids this weekend, the Fields Pond Audubon Center may be the perfect destination. On Saturday, Maine Audubon will be hosting its annual Winterfest, the day featuring fun activities for the entire family out in the snowy fields and some inside where it's nice and warm too. Maine Audubon Community Engagement Coordinator Melissa Gallagher says the day is a great way for everyone to learn a little bit more about the ecosystems right in their backyard.
They're enjoying time together as a family, and you're learning something about the wildlife community that we are so enamored by. And in the winter, sometimes we think everybody's asleep, but that's just not true. There's a lot of activity going on in the winter.
So much to learn about the outdoors right here in Maine. And for more information, you can follow the link in this story on our website, foxbangor.com. Should be a great weekend to get out there too. All right, that's going to do it for us, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. Take care and good evening.